Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video of the two Bandouliere XL that I got. So these are the straps from Louis Vuitton, one in hot pink and one in black, noir, monogram. This is the one called the extra long because it is longer than the other guitar straps, and these are also adjustable. So I wanted to do a quick video before I go ahead and I'm possibly thinking about returning this one. I got this yesterday and I got this the other day, and I wanted to do a quick comparison before I return this one. And the reason I'm going to return this hot pink one is because I tried it with some of my bags and I just thought it was just too busy for my lifestyle. It's one of those things where I wanted it to have a certain look, because in my head I was thinking, okay, it's going to look so fresh with a pop of color, but in reality that's just not me. I mean, I do have some bags that are bright because I like the pop of color, but for some reason when I mix it with this and my other brighter colored bags, it just doesn't work well in my opinion. So I was actually going to keep it even though it wasn't really, you know, like what I was expecting in my head and in reality. But when I tried to shorten the strap, I found that the strap underneath this little tab had these markings on it, like that. And it's the same that's right under here. When I try to pull this out, it is extremely hard to pull it out. It's very, very tight. And I just thought, okay, first of all, it's not quite what I was expecting in terms of how I use it. And then second of all, you know, I guess in the long run, it could have problems with this white glazing, picking up colors from here and there, like this right here. It just, I guess it got stuck and it just picked up color. It's not even color transfer. I think it's more like, yeah, color transfer, but it's so obvious. And I don't know if since I said it here, I don't know if eventually I'll have more color transfer here. So I just don't want to deal with that. And plus it doesn't look good like I thought it was gonna look. So I'm going to be returning that. But I wanted to do a quick comparison between the two. This one happened to be made in France. And I find that the canvas is slightly different. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to show you this. I got this for my nieces. I'm going to be sending it to my nieces, but I just thought this was the cutest thing for Easter. Little chicks. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. I got it from TJ Maxx. I just thought it was so sweet. Okay, so I don't know if I can be able to show you the difference between these two canvases, but I see that the canvas that was made in France is grainier, slightly grainier than the canvas that was made in Italy. See that? This one is made in France and this one is made in Italy. Can you tell the slight difference? It's very so slight, but I could definitely tell that this one is slightly grainier and this one is slightly smoother. See that? So the pink one has white edging, whereas the noir has the black edging. And of course on the other side is black. See how the LVs are in the same direction on both of these? When I turn it, the made in France has a stamp right there, whereas the made in Italy has the date code showing on this side. And if I pull it all the way to the bottom of this, these bands, then I get the made in Italy stamp on this black one and the date code on this one. And everything else is basically the same. I find that also that the made in Italy over here is slightly, ever so slightly thinner than the hot pink one. See that? And I think that's one of the reasons why when I try to maneuver this, the clasp, it kind of is loose. This band is kind of loose, you know, around this area, this D-ring area, because it's slightly thinner. But the Made in France one is thicker. I could definitely feel that this whole thing is thicker than this one. This is more flexible, and this one is more rigid. And it doesn't have as much give inside this D-ring. Other than that, everything else is the same. The hardware is the same. The little studs are the same. It's got, what does it say? Louis Vuitton? Yeah, Louis Vuitton. Hardware is the same. And on this side, when I try to, it's kind of hard to take this out, but when I try to take it out, I also saw color transfer on the sides of the white glazing. And this, I will leave in the description area below regarding the shortest length and the longest length extended. I haven't measured it yet, but see how that is. And then I'll show you, see on this side again together. Oh, I flipped it. See if you have the two stampings on the same side, when you flip it, it's going the opposite way, the LVs. See that LV like that and LV like that, see? So what the Made in France one is, I guess the Made in stamp is done on one side and the Made in Italy stamp is done on the other side, and vice versa with the date codes. But anyway, that's a quick view of these two colors, because I've not seen any YouTube videos on these straps and the difference between the Made in France, and the colors are slightly different too. And I could definitely feel that the Made in France is slightly more substantial than the Made in Italy, and the Made in Italy is slightly softer, and the Made in France is slightly more rigid. And it's slightly, ever so slightly thicker. This photo, I don't know if it picks it up, the graininess. Oh, there's a piece of glue, right? I didn't even notice that. But can you kind of tell that on the right side, it seems like it's slightly thinner? Well, yeah, so that's basically my video of the differences between the hot pink one and the noir, the black one, and what they look like, and also the difference between the Made in France and the Made in Italy. So there you have it. And also with the weight, the Made in Italy was 4.4 ounces, whereas the Made in France was 4.6 ounces. Which one would you rather keep? Like, if you didn't have any color preference, if you got the same color and you wanted to keep the Made in Italy or Made in France, which one do you think it's better? The softer one that's lighter, or slightly more rigid but heavier and slightly thicker and stiffer? I mean, they're both pretty soft. They're very soft and supple on the shoulder. It's just that comparing these two together, one is slightly stiffer than the other, ever so slightly. If I felt one by itself, let it go, and came back and felt the other one, I wouldn't know any difference. But if I feel it together, I could definitely tell the difference. See how you could see the graininess on my right is Made in France, and the slightly smoothness, it just seems like there's more, I don't know, like a plastic coating on the left Made in Italy side of the canvas. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Which one do you like better? The slightly grainier canvas or the smoother canvas? And also the color as well. On the right, the Made in France is slightly, it has a redder, yellower undertone, and the one on the left, which is Made in Italy, has more of a black or browner undertone, don't you think? So yeah, please like this video if you like the showings of these two bandoulières. And if you liked my video, please give it a thumb up. And if you haven't already joined, go ahead and subscribe so that, when I make more videos, you can take a look at my videos again. And thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.